This video will show the key parts of what's called the magistration video, the 67-minute video released by Waller County Jail. The reason that this video is shorter than the Waller County Jail video is that I fast forward through the 25 minutes where Sandra Bland isn't on camera. And I also skipped about 9 minutes of video where she's just sitting on that bench and you can't even see her face. Nothing even happened. It's before this guy sits down that's talking to her now. I'll also play audio of Judge Trey Duhon explaining some key points of the process.
We're seeing people fabricate information. I understand in this day and age you have some folks, the only information they get is from 140 characters on a tweet. And unfortunately, you've got people putting information out there that is trying to convince people that she was murdered and deceased before she came to the Waller County Jail. And I believe because of that information that's been put out there is why we are getting some of the calls and the threats that we are getting. So this information is being put out there to dispel all of those rumors. Okay, entering now is Judge Hargrave. And these cameras do not have audio, just so if you're wondering why there's no audio, there is no audio on these video cameras. Again, just so everybody understands, we're doing this because we've received death threats. We've received threats to our facilities, and it's vitally important that people understand that the information that they may be relying on is incorrect. You've got people putting information out there that is trying to convince people that she was murdered and deceased before she came to the Waller County Jail. We're seeing people fabricate information, and I believe because of that information that's been put out there is why we are getting some of the calls and the threats that we are getting. So this information is being put out there to dispel all of those rumors. I understand in this day and age you have some folks, the only information they get is from 140 characters on a tweet. If you're wondering why there's no audio, these cameras do not have audio. Okay, so now she's standing in front of Judge Hargrave, and this is the beginning of the magistration process. This process, again, I know y'all have deadlines to meet. This is going to be about a 6-minute process. For those that don't know, the magistration process is in which the charges are read to the defendant. Rights are explained. I believe the defendant is asked whether or not they may or may not be able to afford an attorney. And then the bond is set. That's the primary purpose of the magistration. I hope I got that right. Elton, did I get that right? Okay.
So was she assigned an attorney?
No, ma'am. The attorney, no one is appointed to her until she makes her first court appearance. I think at that point they're just getting information as to whether or not she's going to be able to afford an attorney.
And she said no, of course.
I've not seen those forms, so I do not know the answer to that question.
Names, please, on camera.
There's Trey, T-R-E-Y, Duhon, D-U-H-O-N. I'm county judge for Waller County. This is Brian Cantrell, C-A-N-T-R-E-L-L. First name Brian, B-R-I-A-N. And he is a captain with the Waller County Sheriff's Department and is our emergency management coordinator. Okay, at this point, her magistration ends at 2:13:40. And again, this is going to be around just after 1 o'clock on Saturday. Again, that's when her bond was set. It was set at 1 o'clock on Saturday. So her bond is explained to her, and then she's going to be placed back into her cell. Okay, magistration is over. Okay, so now we're going to move ahead. She was placed back into tank number 95, and then about 25 minutes later, so Greg, go to 2:45:29. 2:45:29. So in about a minute, she is going to be taken back out of her cell and brought to the booking desk. Okay, here she comes. And she proceeds to make several phone calls.
What time was this? Just the other day?
Again, this is at 2:45. Starts at 11 a.m. So it's going to be approximately around 1:37 p.m. in the afternoon on Saturday. Our best estimate, based on when she comes up to the desk, is could be making as many as 6 phone calls, or trying to make as many as 6 phone calls. Some of them we do know she reached somebody because there's animated conversation going on Sandra Bland's behalf. And I'll go ahead, this is going to be, I mean, this is going to be 22 minutes of phone calls.
Didn't she get excited at some point during the phone call?
I think you'll see on here, there's a lot of moving of the hands and so forth as she has these conversations, a couple of the conversations. We'll go ahead and let it roll a little bit just so you can see that she is making phone calls.
Clarify again why she was making these calls at the booking desk.
Well, I mean, we're trying to get her so she can try to get her bond.
But why not? I mean, do they usually let inmates use the booking desk to make their calls?
We accommodate. We let a lot of inmates make their calls from that desk, so they don't have to use a PIN number. They don't have to pay for the call. It's easier usually for them to try to reach somebody.
Is there a difference in the announcement when you call from the cell and from the landline at the desk, where one would say this is the Waller County Jail, inmate? Is there any difference?
Yes, sir, there is a difference. So if you're using your PIN number as assigned at bookend, that will come from your jail phone inside your jail. As you can see in the video, there's also a phone across from the booking desk, which is a formal jail phone. So yes, when you enter your PIN number, there is that recording to the receiver. Yes, so the receiver of the phone call, and then the receiver of the phone call, would be charged for that call. So that would be the difference. Just to clarify a little bit what Judge was speaking of why she's using this book-in phone. That's a jailer's phone. That's not commonly designed for the inmates to use. but Miss Bland had so many requests to use the phone system. She was not using the PIN number. You could speculate on the reasons why she wouldn't use that PIN number, is because someone may not want to pay for the fee on the other side of the phone call. That's speculation. But what I can tell you, the reason why she is using this phone is merely sympathy on behalf of these jailers, because she's made so many requests to use the phone. They have allowed her to use that, and she uses it. I can count 5 to 6 times where she is using this phone, and this jailer is allowing her to do so.
I believe the jailer is even trying to look up phone numbers for her using his computer.
Is that technically a violation of your procedures?
I'm not going to speak exactly to the policy and procedures on how the jail outlines this, but what I will tell you, as I stated before, I think there was a certain amount of, we're all people. We all want to help people. And I think since she was having so much trouble getting someone to answer a phone call, I think just as a person, this jailer allowed her to use the phone.
307.
So does the common inmate get these many, do they have this much access to the telephone?
I do not know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Can I have names, please, on camera?
Sure, it's Trey, Trey, Duhon, Duhon. I'm county judge for Waller County. This is Brian Cantrell, Cantrell. First name Brian, Brian, and he is a captain with the Waller County Sheriff's Department and is our emergency management coordinator.
I plan to make more videos about Sandra Bland because I've been asked to talk about this topic. Traveler Finder says, Sandra Bland seems to be the latest in the media hype. Please tell me you will address this with a video. The facts are all over the place and I honestly value your objective opinion on subjects. And at this point, I've put days of research into this. So there'll be upcoming videos going into the legal aspects of that traffic stop. People don't understand that it was a lawful traffic stop. You can't not signal when you change lanes. It's unsafe. And in an upcoming video, I'll show you where, in one of her own videos, she shows herself where she was in a traffic accident.
God is so good. The man that flew over my car is standing right here. I saw her body somersault over my car. There is a motorcycle stuck in my trunk. Do you see that? God is too good. You can't tell me God ain't good. You cannot tell me God ain't good. You cannot tell me God is not good. If Sandy ain't never spoke to you today, Sandy is speaking right now.
And you have to wonder, was that traffic accident the result of her changing lanes without signaling? So it is serious. It is a problem. It's a safety risk to change lanes without signaling. But that's only scratching the surface. I'll go into detail in upcoming videos because there is such interest. And you can check out this video here where I just start to scratch the surface as far as some details of that traffic stop. But the full traffic stop is in this video. people were concerned about glitches in a previous version. This version is glitch-free. Meanwhile, I would rather make videos about topics that concern world peace, our efforts at making sure that we don't get into another war. So this video here, please check out this video. Already the Sandra Bland videos, even the most recent two, have gotten more views than this one, where it shows a revealing poll about what American Jews say about the Iran deal. That's the kind of video I'd rather be making than a video debunking a crazy conspiracy theory about Sandra Bland supposedly being dead when her mugshot photo was taken. And I've seen too many media outlets uncritically propagate that theory. So there's more of this video if you want to see. And did you notice that the judge is pointing out that they let her use the jailhouse phone to make numerous phone calls? You have to wonder why all these people so concerned about her, her mother, her sister, and the people she was calling. Why didn't they bail her out? It was only $500. Why was she sitting in jail for 3 days when she could have easily been bonded out for $500? You could see that, as the guy pointed out, apparently she didn't want to let people know she was calling from jail. Maybe she was worried they wouldn't even answer the phone. And like I said, this video was called magistration video. I couldn't find that word in the dictionary, but I found the word magistrate, and I put the links to that definition in the video description. So please use the YouTube tools to share this video with other people that you think might be interested in the Sandra Bland case. And I have more information in the video description about the legal aspect of that traffic stop and more details. I'll be making another video talking about the details that I've said to several people in comments in previous videos. please use the YouTube tools to share this video with other people that you think might be interested in the Sandra Bland case.
Okay, she's finished her calls now. She's back on the bench. And at 3:07, which is coming up here, she's going to be escorted back to her cell. So we'll go ahead and wait 30 seconds for that.